Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 17 of What If Naruto Was the Ultimate Saiyan. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto had a powerful familiar over on Anime King 2, and enjoy that guys. And if you're new, yes, I did have 3 channels, Anime King 2, and King 3, which I post What If on every single day. I did have 3 channels guys. Links will be down in the description, so go ahead and check out those and enjoy. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last spot we left off, as something happened while Naruto was in the process of destroying the massive boulder, well, the cave, to get inside. As Naruto was currently in the process, something landed from the heavens and crashed in a nearby field. It was a pod, just like the one that Naruto came into Earth. As said pod had someone inside that killed the former, saying that he was his first kill. Said person tapped something as it looked like an earpiece, but it exploded after finding a ridiculous scan. The person made their way. Meanwhile, Naruto had destroyed the massive cave as he entered just in time to save Sayara's life. He pumped some of his own life energy inside of her, as his hand had turned golden as he pumped it inside of her. It was able to keep her alive, but she was heavily exhausted. Naruto was about to take on Sasori and Deidara, but before he could, he was stopped by himself. He looked exactly like him, but he called himself Kakarot. Kakarot then attacked Naruto as they started to fight. It's been a long while since someone actually hurt Naruto, so he was rather surprised when the hits actually knocked him down. On the other hand, Mito and the others quickly made their way, as Mito and the others started to take on the other two, as Mito tapped into the power of the fox after saving Sayara. As the battle got rather intense. Meanwhile that was going on, Naruto faced off against this person who was known as Kakarot. But Naruto clearly had the upper hand, seeing that he was dominating the fight. But Kakarot then transformed into a massive gorilla. As he started to decimate the area, Naruto was beaten down by the attacks. But he enters Kaioken times 6, as Naruto was able to subdue and use a Kamehameha to reduce the gorilla tail down to nothing. He then dropped from the heavens a pit that shook the entire place. Hinata and the others were confused what the hell was going on. On the other hand, Naruto had subdued his Kakarot, as the man had told him about Saiyans, but he had passed out, succumbing to his injuries as Naruto took him back with the sand. So with that, Sayara woke up. Mito was afraid, well, not really afraid, but she was just a bit embarrassed as she told her brother what happened. No one else knew. It turns out that Mito and Sayara was dating. She knew that her brother wouldn't judge her for it, but she was just afraid, as Naruto told her that it doesn't matter who she's with, as long as she's happy. He also put in the big brother talk to Sayara. She might be Kazekage or not, he did not really care. Hurt his sister, and she had to deal with him. So with that, they spoke about this new person that looked just like him, as Naruto had no idea what was going on. They would just have to wait until he woke up. But it seems like things are about to get a lot more complicated. But a distance away, Vegeta and Nappa, they had saw the reading on the scouter, and Kakarot was not answering. So they were going to make their way to this planet that he was last sent to. It seems like something interesting was there, or perhaps he was dead, they didn't know. So they made their way towards that planet. Later that night, as Naruto remembered his fight with Kakarot. While he was dreaming, he remembered that gorilla form. That is when Naruto felt an itch, but he was sleeping so it didn't really come forth. But the next morning he would be in for a surprise, as his tail regrew. So yeah guys, basically as we left off, you guys can switch across the play check of yourself, and also remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Had a Powerful Familiar, and enjoy that guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Making family. And thank you for all of your help and support. And also stay tuned for their sword tips coming your way. I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. So without further ado, what is we get right into this new episode. Let's get into it guys. We begin this new episode in the Hokage's office. Tsunade had seen many things, a lot of things to be exact. And the more she learned about Naruto, the more she expanded her view on the world and everything in existence. That is how complicated it was. After all, she wasn't sure who was on the elemental nation that could defeat him in terms of speed, raw power, and overall destruction. She had seen him do some things that didn't even make sense. And he didn't even have chakra, he had another source of power called ki. Well, he was a truly dangerous individual. She knew that it was a fact, because Naruto stood in the way as a deterrent. Naruto was able to get Kira to join up with Konoha. Perhaps it was because of what they saw. She was sure it was the same for the Raikage when he saw Naruto's power. The San as well, quickly making an amends with Konoha. After Naruto had killed Orochimaru, he was a deterrent. His old presence seemed to hold the elemental nation at bay because of the power that he possessed. The only person that was staying out of it was, well, the Hidden Stone, as they knew when not to interfere with things. Only he might be stubborn and a little sharp bastard, but he knew that he was outplayed here. He had saw it a long time ago in the Chunin exams, and he could only guess how much stronger Naruto was. But Tsunade had never been so much surprised when she saw the two identical people standing in front of her. They were not just lookalikes, they were identical. As she couldn't understand what the hell was going on, the group had returned back from the sand with a rather surprise, a hefty one to be exact, considering that it was now someone standing in front of her. He said that his name was Kakarot, and he looked exactly like Naruto, from the hair shape to the eyes. The only thing, Naruto was a bit more muscular than him. Perhaps it was from all of Naruto's hard training. But other than that, they were relatively the same, while the attitude was also different as well. "What's going on?" said Tsunade, as Naruto turned towards Kakarot. "I've already explained myself. I don't feel like doing the same once again," he said, as Naruto gave him a glare. The look in his eyes quickly became subdued. It was then that Tsunade noticed the bruise marks. "What happened?" she said. "He doesn't have any manners," said Naruto, as Kakarot glared at him. But he shook his head. "Fine," he said. "As I said, my name is Kakarot and I'm a Saiyan, and so are you. I do not know why we look alike, but a warning for you. Your power will draw unwanted enemies to your planet. They will kill you and eradicate everyone here, so they can take your planet." "Someone called Frieza," said Naruto. "Frieza?" said Tsunade. "Yes, the Emperor," said Kakarot as he clenched his fist hard. "He's been ruling with an iron fist for a long time now. He's unstoppable. Even with the Saiyans that we now have remaining, he's just too powerful. More powerful than Naruto," said Tsunade. As Kakarot looked towards Naruto, "I do not know. I cannot tell the depths of his power." "Oh yeah, that's right. He cannot sense my power, but I can," said Naruto. "But I'm not sure how strong this Frieza guy is." "Where is he?" asked Hinata, as all of them were in the office. "He's far away from here. It will take him a while to get here, but I have no doubt that Vegeta and Nappa are gonna come here very soon. And he would not like you being powerful than him. What? Said Naruto. His father was the king of the Saiyans. So, he's Prince Vegeta. I doubt he would stand by and have you being stronger than him. You're most likely gonna have to fight him. And I'm not sure how that will work out. You think he can beat me? Said Naruto. After all, you and I have sparred before. No, he cannot. The thing is, we can't afford to be fighting right now. As much as I hate to say it after losing to you, we need to work together. Because we need your help. Frieza must be put down. This Frieza guy hasn't done anything to me. I don't even know who he is. Why should I care about that? Said Naruto. Because he killed all of them. What? He was the one who did it. He lied that the asteroid hit our home. And he blew up our planet. Wait. He blew up the planet? Said Sasuke. Snather realized that this was much more bigger than she was thinking. What do you mean blow up the planet? Said Naruto. Are you people deaf? Said Kakarot. He blew up the planet, killing millions. He knew that one day we will get stronger, because Saiyans are a race of powerful beings that never go down no matter what, always fighting to the end, to the death. Our power always increasing the more we fight. But he was jealous and angry, so he killed them all. He killed them all, leaving only a handful remaining behind. Right at the moment, we don't have the power to go against him. But you, Naruto, you can help us. With your power, I have no doubt that we can band together and crush him once and for all. It's only a matter of time. How long will it take for him to get here? Well, judging by the time, I'm sure that it will take at least a year for Vegeta and Nappa to get here. And then we can take the fight to him. Are you stupid? Said Naruto. What? You just said that this guy is capable of blowing up a planet. And you're not sure how fully strong he is against me. Yet you want me to take the fight to him. Seems like you're more dumb than I thought. Kakarot jumped to his feet. I'm not dumb, he said. Then tell me, how exactly are you going to defeat him? Oh, that is where you come in. You will teach me how to be a Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan? So that's a real name, huh? Yes. What you showed me before I passed out. Is transformation? Hinata said. Yes, that transformation. Teach it to me now. First of all, that's not how you ask for something. And second, I don't know how to teach it to you, said Naruto. I lost someone very precious to me. And that is where it happened. As Mito lowered her head as she remembered, JJ. It's been so long now, it seems like it's been a very long time. Kakashi was in the corner absorbing all of this information, as he was still at a loss a bit. But this sounds rather troubling right now. You are a rather strange Saiyan. Saiyans are not that much attached to someone, but yet you found out a way to use that weakness to gain strength. I have no one that I'm attached to. So, does this mean I will not get the Super Saiyan transformation? I do not know, said Naruto. My senses were heightened. My feelings of anguish were at their peak of exploding and the transformation came. I don't remember much about that day, said Naruto, other than this rush of hate and power. And then there it was. Still, it doesn't matter. You are strong from what I've seen. You've been able to take me down in my Ozaru form with just that red power up of yours. Teach that to me. As Naruto stepped forward, I told you, that's not how you ask for something. And stop speaking like you're in charge here. I still don't know if I'm gonna accept your idiotic deal. I might as well just send you where you came from. After all, bringing this problem on the earth. Oh, you're not bringing it. It's coming regardless of what. I told you the scouters have already sent back your power level. And Vegeta and Nappa will be coming here. It's only a matter of time. I can simply get rid of them, said Naruto. You fool, if you do that, you will have less manpower to fight Frieza. I don't care about Frieza, said Naruto. Well then, I guess you don't care about this planet. Through my entire life, you're the only other space person that's come down to this earth. So I doubt it will be that easy for him to find us. Well, you say this now, but your power keeps on growing. And I'm sure that's soon enough. If it's not me, another warrior will be sent here to conquer this domain. Because this planet is a backwater planet. It's not on the high priority list. Soon enough they will send someone here. And they will realize how much powerful you are. And then they will send back information to the headquarters. And Frieza will come here to erase you. After all, he's a coward. He doesn't want anyone growing stronger than him. So he will come here and not just kill you, but he will burn everything down. He will eradicate everything, including your sister. As he glanced towards Mito, as Naruto clenched his fist at that, he released a long sigh, as he then turned towards Natty. Are you getting this? He said. Natty simply nodded. She was a bit at a loss, but she was understanding what he was saying. So you have 1 year to prepare for this guy to come. Well, these two other guys that are Saiyans, but they're supposed to help you. Kakarot placed a hand to his chin. Vegeta is stubborn. But I'm sure once he sees that you're a Super Saiyan, he will understand that we now have the capability of defeating Frieza, and he won't take things too far. If he does, I'll stop him, said Naruto. Machan, is Jiraiya here? Yeah. He came earlier. He said that he had something for you. What's going on? She asked. Just something to help me with my training, said Naruto. Where is he now? You already know, said Snatty. Naruto turned his head. Why don't you guys fill her in about the rest of the mission? You, come with me. As him and Kakarot flew through the window. Snatty turned towards the group remaining in the office. As all of them had a, well, look of shock on their face. Wait. Does Naruto have a tail? Asked Natty. Oh yeah, it seems he forgot about that, said Mito. It seemed to have grown last night. As Natty looked at her, and then at Kakashi, who seemed clueless as well. Well, this was a lot to unfold. And not to mention troubling. They had someone that could blow up planets. She knew that Naruto was strong, but to blow up a planet, was that even possible? She thought to herself. Meanwhile, as Naruto and Kakarot were flying through the air, it was then that Naruto saw someone that he hadn't seen in a long time. Hey, where are we going? Be quiet, said Naruto as he floated down. Near it paused. Damn it, she cursed herself. She has been trying her best to avoid Naruto because she didn't want to cause problems. She realized it, that she had feelings for the blonde. Yeah, but he was already with Samui, and Samui was her friend. So she didn't want to cause any problems, so she decided to take herself out of the equation. And it seemed to be working so far. But damn it, she had to go and get caught, didn't she? As she slowly turned, but the sight that she turned to face was not one that she expected. There were two of them. What the hell? Naruto, she said, looking at both of them at once. Unsure which one was the real one. It must be this one because the other one had a tail. It's me, said Naruto. Wait, you're Naruto? She glanced behind him as she saw there's something moving. You have a tail. Yeah, that's complicated, said Naruto. I haven't seen you in a long while. I know you've been avoiding me. We need to talk. But I can't right now. Can we meet up later? He asked. Yeah, sure, she said, as she realized she couldn't get out of this one easy. Stop wasting our time with this woman and let us go. As Naruto glanced towards Kakarot, who seemed rather impatient. He shook his head as he looked back towards Neri. So, we're gonna meet up later, right? At my place. Yeah, sure, she said to him. As Naruto nodded a smile. Alright, let's go, he said, as the both of them flew off. They made their way towards a hot spring. Kakarot looked even more pissed off than before. Does this have anything regarding me getting stronger, he said. Actually, yes, said Naruto. As Naruto saw the tree, he heard giggling. Kakarot glanced over as he saw the female in the hot spring. He raised his hand and blasted the tree. Jiraiya was thrown into the female section. as he chuckled to himself as he heard the man getting the crap beaten out of him inside. At least your planet has some humor in it. Well, I can't wrong you there. That's funny, said Naruto. Jiraiya came back a moment later, as the man seemed to shook it off like it was nothing. He was used to the beatings by now. Naruto, and... Naruto? I'm not Naruto, my name is Kakarot. Wait, what the hell is going on? I'm sure Bachan will explain, said Naruto. Did you do it? Yeah. I went by your house. I got the room all set. Really? It worked, said Naruto. Yeah. Took a lot of time and jutsu though. You owe me big time. Yeah, said Naruto. But you know that I can't use chakra, right? So, is it gonna work for me? Don't worry, I set everything up perfectly. I used nature energy. It's gonna work like a charm. Alright, let's see this thing, said Naruto, as they made their way back to the house. So, are you gonna explain what is going on? And who is this guy? And your tail. It's back. Wait, it's back, said Naruto. You knew I had a tail? Yeah, a long time ago. What's going on? I'll explain later, said Naruto as he arrived to his house. As they made their way, Samui was not back yet. Arriving toward the training field, they entered into one of the large room. It was a dojo to be exact. As they stepped inside, as Naruto looked around, seals were all over the walls, and there was a massive seal in front of them. It had a knob on it. There was 3 sealing tags, as they were all connected to the center. A work of genius, isn't it, said Jiraiya, as Naruto walked over. Now kid, you're gonna wanna, as Naruto turned it up, Jiraiya's face slammed into the ground, as Kakarot dropped to his knees. As Naruto felt his knees bend, but he kept straight. Wow. Well, I guess you did do something good for once per this age, said Naruto, as he glanced towards the man, as Jiraiya could not talk. What the hell is this? Said Kakarot, as Naruto turned it back off. Jiraiya lay on his back as he was panting. You almost killed me, brat. By your own work, said Naruto. I think you should be happy about that. Well, I'm not, said Jiraiya. What's going on, said Kakarot. Well, I had the pervert here create this room, so I can actually get some more training in. The weights that I have on right now, they're not really much, said Naruto. So I wanted gravity. So he was able to create this room into a gravity room to increase my weight the more I fight, so I can get stronger. And this is what helped you become what you are right now, asked Kakarot. Yeah, basically, said Naruto. Well, I will use it as well. I don't think you're ready for a lot yet. I think we need to start you off small. After all, you weren't able to stand, said Naruto. Are you perhaps saying that I'm weak? Yes, you are, said Naruto, as Kakarot clenched his fists. I've already proven that you can't beat me. Do you really want to do this again, said Naruto. He scoffed as he stepped past him, as he moved towards the seals on the wall, looking at the strange ruins. Jiraiya glanced up. I'm gonna go talk to Snatty. She will give me a better understanding of what the hell is going on here. And who the hell is that guy? Yeah, do that, said Naruto. There's still some more I wish to learn from this guy. As Jiraiya got up as he made his way off. Have fun, kid, he said as he made his way, unaware of the trouble that was about to descend upon their planet. As he made his way towards said office. Hey, do you think we're brothers, said Naruto. I doubt it. I've never heard or seen you before. While I don't have that much memory as an infant, I'm sure I would have heard something about you. My real brother proved to be weaker than I thought, and he died not too long ago trying to subjugate a planet. So you guys are basically fiends that move around collecting planets for this Frieza. As Kakarot clenched his fists. Watch what you call a Saiyan, he said. Well, I am one, and that is exactly what I see. Perhaps you're right, but it doesn't matter. It has been too long have we been subjugated to follow the rules of Frieza. It's time that he learned, and felt pain for what he did to us. It's time that we bury him. And you are a big part of that. Because you'll soon realize we are the only ones that can help you save this planet of yours. And once this Frieza is gone, what then? The Saiyans will take over once again. And let me guess, this Frieza guy has an army. Yes, what of it? And you guys will be in control of that army, am I not wrong? Yes. Well, you guys are not really good, said Naruto. Good? A Saiyan doesn't have to be good. Life is about battles, wars, subjugation, control, condemn. There is no part of that desire wants to be good. Have your life with love and all that puny, fiddless emotions. That is not the road of a Saiyan. Saiyans are warriors, bred for wars. And that is exactly what you are as well. But it seems like somewhere along the road you have lost that instinct of yours. Although you do enjoy a battle, you don't have the primal rage that comes with it. Although, it seems it is coming back from fighting as fellow Saiyan, given that your tail has no regrown. Hey, about that, am I going to transform into a giant ape as well? Yes, if you look at the full moon. But if you can't control it, you will destroy this village. Well, how do I control it? One mind must be in the correct place while you transform into a Ozaru. You must be able to control your primal urges. To be able to take over and be one with what you are. Well, considering I've done a lot of meditating and learned how to harness my ki and focus it on a specific point in my body, I'm sure I can handle this. Well, we'll just have to see about that, don't we? So tell me, how does this work? What do we do? Well, we train, said Naruto. As Kakarot move as Naruto dodge a fist. Hey, I didn't say start yet. I still wish to pay you back. Well then, said Naruto. As he drive his fist in his stomach, Kakarot dropped to his knees. As he coughed and spit, he snapped his glare up. Before he shot forward as they start to fight. Jiraiya had created the rooms with at least 1,000 seals. Naruto had been working on this for a long time now. But he was finally able to completely finish it, leaving no loops, no stone unturned. The walls were quadruple fortified with seals to prevent damage from the inside out. The pressure seal, not to mention several other seals, will help Naruto a lot in his training. Time skip. As Naruto was in the office speaking to Snatty. That's a lot, she said. Don't worry, Bachan, said Naruto. I'm not gonna let this Frieza guy, whoever he is, destroy the planet. I'm gonna stop him. I have a year to train before Vegeta and Nappa gets here. And who knows how long it will take for Frieza to get here as well. Well, kid, we're counting on you, said Snatty. Not many can take you on in battle right now. And from what we've heard, that Frieza guy is on a completely different level. Naruto placed a hand on her decks. I promise you, Bachan, he said, I can do this. Snatty had no choice but to put her faith in him, like she has always done before. He had shown to be always overcoming his greatness. Meanwhile that was going on, it was currently nighttime at Naruto's house. As Mita was asleep. She had put a few hours of training in before she went home, as she had fallen asleep exhausted. But it was at that time that Neri came over. She knew that if she kept this up, Naruto would just keep on trying to find a way to talk to her. She decided that she would stop being a coward and just tell him. He deserved that much. She knew it was going to be awkward and weird, but she had to. As she arrived, she heard Naruto cursing. As she made her way, as he was confused, as she's never heard him this angry before. He was around the back. She saw him. His legs were crossed. His eyes were closed. Before he stopped and cursed. This is not working, he said. As she walked over, what's going on? What do you want, woman? You're not Naruto, are you? No, my name is Kakarot. Huh. You guys look so similar, but yet you're so different, said Neri as she looked him over. Yes, we are because I'm my own person. Well, if you say so. But I could swear that the both of you are just two clones, exact copy of each other, except for the attitude. Well, and he has a tail now. That doesn't really make any sense. What do you want? You're disturbing me. I'm here to see Naruto. Well, he's gone. I don't know where he is. So what are you doing? She asks. Can't you see? I'm meditating. Someone don't curse that much when they're meditating. Well, I do. Now leave me be. You know, you're a real jackass, she said to him. Yes, I am. You can go now, woman, he said. She glared at him. She didn't know how she could like someone in the same face as him and yet hate this one. She really hate this one so much. But he didn't seem to care as she huffed and walked away. It was then that Naruto finally returned as he saw her. Near, he said. You're here. It took you long enough, he said to her. Yeah, sorry about that, she said. So, what's up, she asked. Don't give me that, said Naruto. You've been avoiding me. You've went out of your way to avoid me. Every time I came by, you're either on a mission or you're busy. What's up, Naruto asks. I thought we were friends. Well, we're friends, she said. It's just, I've been a lot busy lately. Me too, said Naruto. But yet, I still make time to come and see you. Yet you've been avoiding me completely. You've also been avoiding Mito as well. And Samui. It seems like you no longer want to, well, come over and talk to us anymore. I'm not sure what is going on. And I thought that something might be wrong, so come on, tell me, he said. Look, I'm fine, she said. It's nothing. Come on, Nier, what's up? She took a breath as she was about to blurt it out until she stopped. As she felt like it would cause more damage than good. If he knew the truth. It's not you, okay, it's me. It's my family. Regarding Hinata getting stronger and me, remember the secret that I told you? Yeah, about your mother wanting you to be clan head. Yeah, but Hinata has proven that she is not worthy to be clan head, and that is causing a lot of problems. So I've been distancing myself away from everyone, because I don't want anyone to get caught up in what I'm going through, she said. Although that wasn't a complete lie. Most of it was, but it wasn't completely a lie. It doesn't matter what you're going through, said Naruto. I'm your friend. You've been there for me a lot. And helped me with a lot as well. So for you to think I'm gonna leave you hanging like this, you're dead wrong, said Naruto. Not to mention there's a lot I want to tell you. There's a lot going on. She sighed. That was something that she really missed. Being friends with him. Because they could talk about anything. He saw her as one of his closest friends. Thus he told her everything. Yeah, everything. And she always enjoyed the way he speak to her so calmly. So normal. Not like the way her family speak to her. Well, not all of her family. Mostly her mother's side. Yeah, I'm sorry, she said. I guess I just overthink things. Naruto poked her in the forehead. Ow, she said. Well, next time, don't do that. So, let's sit and talk. It's been a while. As she smiled at that, she missed this a lot. Time skip. Samui was surprised when she heard about what is to come. As Naruto had her informed the right idea about this. He also informed Sahara about this as well, just in case it was a problem for the future. Well, this was abnormal because no one had ever heard about aliens coming to fight before. As Naruto also went to hear it, him and Meiru may become good friends. So he also wanted to make sure that she's aware of this as well. If the Saiyans were to come, not to mention the freeze of force, and cause panic, everyone would be caught off guard. But if they were to be ready. Mito on the other hand was not just gonna lie down like that as well. She also wanted to be there as well in the battlefield. So, she started to increase her training, even though she just came back from a 3-year training trip. As weeks turned into months turned into more months, before a year fly past rather quickly. A lot happened in 1 year. The Akatsuki made their moves once again. A sad time for Samui, as Naruto comforted her. Yujito was taken by the Akatsuki under their noses before anyone could find out. She was not found, so she was most likely dead. More tail beasts started to be captured all over the nation, but at least they got 2 more of the Akatsuki members, but in doing so they lost a Jonin sensei. His name was Asuma Sarutobi. Mito was the one, as Naruto was currently on a mission. She had learned a new jutsu, Rasen Shuriken. She had used it to decimate Kakazu, sliced him up badly. Sasuke on the other hand was training his ass off. Him and Hinata were getting serious. Her father on the other hand wanted to set her up with Daimyo's son. Hinata refused though, as her father wanted to know why she refused his orders. She has become more open and more connected with her feelings, and she wasn't stuttering around him anymore. But now for her to go beyond his orders, that angered him. But telling him about her and Sasuke now would just cause more problems between them. So for now she decided to keep it on the down low and told him that she was interested in someone else. He was surprised, as this was the first time his daughter was speaking to him like this. Usually she did not. In fact, he actually loved his daughter, but because of the ways of the Hyugas, he couldn't really show so much emotion. But he wanted her to be happy, and so did their little sister as well. It was a shock that they hadn't been caught yet. It was really shocking. As for Naruto and Kakarot, well, they trained. They trained like crazy. They had made their way up into the far regions of the mountain, so they could actually fight. As Naruto learned how to control his Ozaru form, so he didn't have to worry about freaking out and turning into a massive ape and destroying everything. His tail, it was kind of a problem though. It had a big weakness. If someone was able to grab it, it can put him out of commission. But he started to work on that weakness. But still, he felt like he would need it in the long run for some reason. As for Kakarot, he adjusted to the shinobi life. While he was still a bit cocky, he was more aggressive, a bit more calmer, because of the countless times Naruto had beat his face into the ground, showing him that he was still stronger than him. But he had been not holding back either, as he had been training like crazy as well, the both of them becoming stronger and stronger. It was a good thing though, as the time was upon them. As Naruto woke up, he was currently in bed with Samui, as she was currently resting her head on his chest. As Naruto glanced down at her, he loved this girl. More than love, he wanted to be with her forever. There was just a feeling that he could not get over. As he wanted to ask her to marry him, he knew that he was still young, but still, he loved her. And he figured that it was about time. Even though they never talked about marriage before, they lived together, they got along well. Everything seemed perfect. But with the upcoming danger coming, well, it didn't matter. He wanted to know that she was his wife, as he was going to plan something rather wonderful for her, but he was going to need some help. At the moment though, 2 pods were heading towards Earth. The 2 occupants inside were sleeping, but they were not the only pods heading towards Earth. Because of the scouters, they could be tracked. At the moment though, Frieza did not trust Vegeta or Nappa. Not that he trusted any of the Saiyans. Those monkeys are planning to overthrow him. But that wouldn't happen while he remained Emperor. He knew they were up to something, but the power that he possessed now was nothing. It was nothing important. At the moment though, they were both going to the planet where Kakarot supposedly died. They want to know why, but Frieza believed that they were planning something. Frieza had been paranoid since day one. After all, he was paranoid because he believed that the Saiyans were gonna overthrow him, so he destroyed their planet. And he was now paranoid about this. And he would not allow them to do what they were gonna do, so he sent 2 people to keep an eye on them. One of them being a pink, large man. His name was Dodoria. And the other one had green hair. He looked human, but his skin was a bit green. More than normal green. His name was Zarbon, as the both of them were a part of Frieza Elite. Not to mix them up with his elite squad, that is a Ginyu force, but the both of them worked directly beside Frieza. As they were dispatched the moment, Frieza realized that they were going towards his backwater planet, and their ship was a lot faster, so the both of them were able to touch down on Earth a good few hours before Vegeta and Nappa. As the both of them were now scouting the area, they were told not to cause any mayhem or let Vegeta and Nappa find out about this. They were just told to scout the area, and so far they were not impressed. I don't see the big deal around here, Dodoria said as he looked around. They're all just a bunch of weaklings. Around him lie a few dead shinobis. Yes, he was told not to interfere, but he had came across some shinobis and he wanted to see how strong they were. And they weren't that strong, he had crushed them under his might. As he was currently looking around, unknown to them, they were currently making their way inside the land of sound. Kabuto was in for a rude awakening when he sent his shinobis to go and kill them, seeing that he had taken over after Orochimaru fell. But things were bad. As Dodoria and Zarbon went inside, they decimated the area, while they were surprised by a few of the shinobis, especially the one with the crystal release. As much as Zarbon and Dodoria had power, strength, speed, shinobis had more tricks and more tactics. So Zarbon realized that if they go a bit further, that Vegeta or anyone else would sense them. So they decide to flee the area, leaving Kabuto shell-shocked at these individuals that had stepped into the land of sound and just wreak havoc before they leave. As some of the possibles got slaughtered in the attack, with that Zarbon and Dodoria made their way as they kept on searching this world, not seeing anything interesting. That was when the scouter picked up on something, as they were rather alarmed when the scouter started to beep and beep and beep. What is this? 8,000? 9? 15? 24,000? They were shocked, and the power then died down. Both men looked toward each other as they flew off towards the direction to see what the hell was going on. Time skip. A few hours later, they finally arrived. Vegeta and Nappa crash landed in a frozen area. It was a land of iron. As at the moment though they were currently looking around the area, immediately samurais came rushing outside. As Mifune, who was holding on to his blade, came walking forward. "Who are you?" he said. As Mifune stood there, but there was also someone else there as well. It was Roshi. He came across the samurai some time ago, and he's been learning the art of sword ever since. After all, his goal was to travel the entire world and learn as much as he could. He had seen Naruto a couple of times in the past couple of years, as Naruto had been all over the place, and they reunited as teacher and student. And he had to say Naruto surpassed anything that he could ever dreamed of, as he was on a level of his own. Roshi could sense ki, unlike most people, so he knew how strong Naruto was. "Vegeta," said Nappa. "Remove them," Vegeta said, as Nappa smirked as he raised his finger. The samurai's eyes went wide. "Move!" Roshi shouted, as he jumped back along with Mifune. The rest of them were not fast enough as the ground erupted. A blast spread out, decimating everything. As Nappa smirked at that, is this all they have to offer? If Kakarot was taken down by these weaklings, well then, he deserved death if he was that pathetic, said Vegeta. As Saiyans were supposed to be the elites of the elites, he was the strongest. Yet he didn't see anyone around here that could challenge his might, as he looked around still not seeing anyone that was worthy enough to stand against him. A few minutes earlier, as Naruto got dressed, he was about to... He paused when he sensed it. He felt the two strong power levels entering Earth atmosphere coming down. They crash landed a rather long distance away Kakarot came rushing outside. You felt them, he asked. Over the year he had learned how to control and sense other ki and not to mention chakra just as Naruto. At the moment though he was wearing a black t-shirt, along with black pants and comfortable sandals. Yeah, said Naruto. It seems they're finally here. As Naruto turned his head, but they're not alone. He knew that he picked up something earlier but it vanished so quickly. What? It's only supposed to be the two of them. Well, I guess you're wrong, said Naruto. Damn it. As he wondered if Frieza already found out. We have to go. As Naruto looked back at the house. Judging by what he felt so far, he knew that he could not interfere. Well, he couldn't have Mito and the others interfere in this yet. But he couldn't just leave without saying goodbye. Give me a moment, said Naruto as he rushed inside. As Kakarot waited outside, he realized that the humans on this planet were not as pathetic as he thought. Some of them can be quite entertaining. Although he had pride and didn't want to admit it, that he is sullying himself to become friends with these humans while he wasn't attached to any of them by any means. Through the year he had talked to them and he got to know some of them, but that doesn't really mean anything. Meanwhile, on the inside, as Naruto kissed Samui, she kissed him back. Mito wasn't here at the moment as she was currently at Mount Miyaboku. She was training with the toads. As the both of them shared a well-pleased kiss, she placed both hands on the side of his face. I know you can do this. I've always had faith in you. Go ahead and kick their ass once you return. I'll have a big lunch ready for you. I know how hungry you get after a fight, she said. As Naruto smirked. Be careful, she said, as she held on to him. Don't worry, I will. Are you done? Kakarot asked. As Naruto came out a moment later. Yeah, said Naruto. Let's go. As the both of them flew off, he couldn't afford to waste any more time as he felt the power fluctuation building up. Samui will tell Tsunade what is going on. Meanwhile, back to the present time. As Roshi looked around him at all the destroyed bodies, some of them were gone completely eviscerated in the attack, vaporized like they were never there to begin with. As Mifune had his blade, who are these guys, he said. This power, it's ki, isn't it? As Mifune, being a samurai, was in tune with all force of life energy, ki being one of them. As he had trained in the art but he was not as fluent in it as Naruto or as Roshi either. Yeah, I'm afraid these guys are far out of our league. I don't know what they want. Bring me the one that killed Kakarot. Who is Kakarot? Said Roshi. Do not toy with me. I don't have time to waste. I'm afraid I don't know who you're talking about. As Mifune stepped forward. You've killed my samurais, asking for someone who we don't know who you're talking about, and yet being disrespectful in front of the fallen. Vegeta scoffed as he looked down. They're not important, he said. Nappa, these two seem to not know anything. Get rid of them. By all means, said Nappa. As instantly he moved. Roshi was able to jump back just in time as a ball of ki formed in his hand before he shot it forward. Nappa slapped it away as it crashed into one of the three mountain heads. Well, it seems this one, as he pressed his counter. Huh, a power level of 120. Pathetic, said Nappa. As Roshi had his ki suppressed. As Nappa and Vegeta did not know how to do that. Nappa, stop wasting time. Kill them and let's go. As Nappa smirked. Let me show you a true energy blast. He held out his hand as a ball started to form. Immediately, Mifune moved as he appeared beside Nappa and swung his blade. Nappa brought his hand around as he grabbed Mifune's wrist. He's fast. As Mifune jumped and slammed his heel right into the armor, but Nappa did not move. Nappa grabbed his leg and lifted him off the ground and crushed him in it, before throwing him towards Roshi as Roshi caught his spring. Now you die! As he threw the ki ball to hit the both of them. As the rest of the samurais came out, but it was too late. Well, they thought it was. Bam! The ki ball was slapped away. As Vegeta turned his gaze As Naruto stood there, unharmed. Naruto, said Roshi. Master Roshi, said Naruto. Leave this one to me. It seems they're here for me. And me as well, said a voice as they looked up. Kakarot, you're alive, Vegeta said. I thought that you died a miserable death, given the readings that we saw in your scouter. Why didn't you answer? What are you wearing, he said, as he looked at the demeanor that Kakarot was in. Vegeta, we need to talk. About what? Who is this? Have you gone and created a clone of yourself? What is going on? There's a lot that you need to know, Vegeta. For one thing, he's a Super Saiyan. What? Vegeta's gaze snapped towards Naruto immediately, shock and anger filling his very being. He wanted to be the one to prove the legend. Could Kakarot be lying? As he focused on Naruto, he tapped the scouter 3 times, only to see a miserable reading. This is a Super Saiyan. His power level is nothing. Power level, said Naruto. Oh, you can't tell that I'm suppressing my power. Suppressing your power? Well, I can feel yours, said Naruto. You're strong, but you're not that strong. What? Said Vegeta. So you're the other Saiyans, huh? As Naruto glanced towards Nappa and Vegeta. What's going on here? Nappa asks. Well, I'm a Saiyan as well. The name is Naruto. So I heard you have a problem with this Frieza guy. Enough of your talking. Show me the power of the Super Saiyan. I want to see this for myself. So help me, Kakarot, if you're lying to me. I'm not. He is. This is our chance. As Naruto turned his head to see 2 individuals coming in, as they had recorded a small piece of that, and it was sent back to HQ. As Naruto glanced towards the strange pink monster in the armor, and the green one in the armor as well. Who the hell are these guys? Zarbon? The Doria? Said Vegeta, looking rather angry. Ah, Vegeta, we found you. Kakarot, you're alive. Seems like Frieza was right. Something is going on. So, we're in our rights to clean up the mess, aren't we, Zarbon? Yes, we are, Zarbon said. As Zarbon focused on Naruto, it seems we have another one. Well, it's Kakarot's clone. Well then, said Doria, I get to kill him twice. As someone was listening to all of this information on the scouter, and that was none other than your leader, their Emperor, Lord Frieza. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If what's the next person to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. But I'm moving on, see you guys soon. Peace.